Hello, I'm D.I. Jolly. This month's poll winner for next story I'm going to read is The Empress of Titan, and I hope you like it. Of all of the rooms on Space Station Delta, by far Janet's favorite was the observation deck. A generous name for what was a 4-meter-long tunnel, originally designed for quickly jumping between decks before artificial gravity was standard across the Federation. Since then, those spaces were usually used for storage, but that was before Janet had arrived. She cleaned it up and organized it, and then slid in a small mattress, unofficially claiming it as her own. It wasn't that she didn't have a room that was quiet and private, or that the observation deck was particularly far away from people or quieter than anywhere else. It was the view. She could lie there staring out at the infinite vastness of space, watching ships, comets, and the universe go by. It was both the most closed-in and open space in the entire station. And if you didn't know where Janet was, she was there, mostly watching, sometimes sleeping, and very occasionally reading. So when word reached the station that the Emperor of Titan had been assassinated and his heir, Empress Rose, had fled the planet for fear of her life, Janet was lying in the observation deck, staring at a picture of the only girl she'd ever shared that space with. They'd met at the station bar, laughed and joked, and never really got around to full introductions. First names and immediate chemistry had been enough. There had been something special about Rose, something almost magical, and it had made Janet want to share her own magic with her, so she brought her to the observation deck. Now she was seeing headlines on one screen flashing the disappearance of the Empress, and on another an incoming call from the same girl. Hello? Hi, I'm so sorry to just call you out of the blue like this. I know it's been a while. 7 months. Is everything all right? The face on the screen held itself together in a way that made her eyes look hard, but her voice came out gentle. Not really. Look, sorry to do this to you, but can I... Rosa's eyes shifted for a second, and Janet wondered if she was thinking or looking at someone else. Can I come see you? Janet chewed her lip and took a deep breath. Your face is all over the news, you know, and I'm real sorry. Rose lost a moment of composure and sighed. No, it's okay, I get it. Seeing her expression, Janet suddenly realized how it must have sounded and cut in. No, I mean, about your dad. Fuck, no. I'm sorry for your dad. Of course I want to see you. Rose's cheeks flushed and she turned back into the girl from the bar. Oh, good, because I'm already on my way. 20 minutes later, Rose crawled in next to Janet, and instinctively they slipped into each other's arms with Rose's head on Janet's shoulder. Are you okay? Rose tried to sniff back a few tears, but had given up trying to pretend. Her voice cracked and her tears came freely. Better now than I was half an hour ago. Janet tightened her grip, and there they lay, quietly looking up at the universe. The Empress crying into the shoulder of a station worker. Both basking in the magic of the other, and wondering if this was what true love felt like. A perfect moment, melancholy and beautiful, safe and isolated, while on display to anyone who was lucky enough to glance in their direction. In an hour they would have to crawl out and face reality, deal with assassins and emperors, politics and death. But that was in an hour. As always, thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you would like to read more stories like this, have more access to my work, please go and check me out on Patreon at patreon.com/DIJolly. Thank you very much, and I hope you have a lovely day.